Ahead.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I would usually say welcome back here, but the last time we did this, it was sort of a session zero. And I haven't put up that video yet, so nobody's going to know what the hell's going on. Um, so, what we did last time was we began Rime of the Frostmaiden with a gaggle of new, very interesting characters. So if you want to go down the list and introduce yourselves again, whoever wants to go first.
I can go. And so I'm playing a Cole Silver, a oldish looking man who seems to have walked right out of the woods, but with impeccable uh, cleanliness and maintenance of his physical person. Just well groomed and rather good looking, despite his, well, name accurate silver hair. You could mistake him for a witcher.
I am playing Maximus, a very large and rather out of place Loxodon, who it's not really clear yet how or why he ended up here, and he's clearly looking a bit gray, if you'll pardon the pun, but he's still but it's clear that he still has a lot of fight left in him.
I'm playing. Oh, sorry. Were you still going?
No, I'm good. You can go.
Sorry. But I'm playing Joggin, Halfling Warlock. Looks like he might have been a sailor, but that's just because he has like a somewhat oversized sailor's coat that probably wasn't made for a halfling like him. And he hasn't really shown off much of his magic, but when he did, his eyes did seem to flash bright blue, sort of matching the unnatural coloration of his hair.
And one looks at this impeccably well groomed, blonde, somewhat Aryan looking, mutton chopped dwarf, Orloj German. They would not think he belongs in this northern wasteland and think that it's amazing that he's still alive. His very soft skin, very finely tuned fingers, not much of a wrinkle or crag to him. Looks like he belongs sitting on a chair somewhere discussing, I don't know, armchair politics or something through whatever sort of vice of choice is before him. He is got a cracked monocle over one eye that has got to be impairing his vision, but he insists on wearing it anyway. Wears armor that looks a size too big and is carrying a hatchet that he thankfully managed to pry off of someone else through persuasion. Does not look like an outdoorsy type at all. Just he should be dead.
And this is the group that went through sort of a bonding experience of murdering a man. Typical D&D bonding experience. Yeah, just go murder somebody together and you're good. But as we start tonight, we find them back in the tavern where they are just finding out that, yeah, there are no rooms in this tavern. There is nowhere for them to stay. They are informed that sometimes the speaker of the town, a Nimsy Huddle, will let people bunk in her attic, but she is a halfling, so only a few of you are going to be comfortable in her house. It is your only option, unless you want to sleep outside. Are you, for you of you, going to contemplate sleeping outside instead?
I mean, Cole Silver would probably not bat an eye at sleeping outside, just kind of, oh, okay.
I'm not sure I would fit.
Well, I am certainly not one in a position to refuse charity. Your kindness is most appreciated, ma'am.
It would be nice to get in out of the cold, but yeah, I don't know how our friends are going to really fit.
As you're in the tavern, you're given this news actually by one of her children who have come to actually ask you a question. Ask you to come to her house and speak to her, and she has told you that, yeah, even if you refuse, she'll probably let you sleep in her house. And she goes, well, this one does look a little big, but he might be able to fit if you don't mind sleeping on the floor. We'll just have to scoot around you.
I'll figure something out.
Well, if you want to follow me, Mama does still want to talk to you, so.
All right.
And again,
lead the way.
right? So
Why not? Better than staying in here. Absolutely, yes. Huh.
let me see where.
I mean, it might be a little morbid, but if there's always we do know of a certain cabin that's now empty.
Yeah, but it was, well,
Not the best, no.
not very clean.
That guy's dead, so he can go away. Okay, so right here is the house that you are going to in question. From the outside, it is fairly obvious that this is a halfling-sized house. You don't think it was made by halflings, but it was probably made by dwarves, or a gnome family for their size. You are able to stoop down and get into the door if you're bigger, but it's not a comfortable squeeze. But the inside is very warm, homely, happy, cheerful, and full of screaming children.
Oh. Well,
They're not screaming, as normal children screaming for, no reason. They are screaming because they are playing tag in the house and they are laughing. Mm-hmm. So at least it's that kind of screaming.
I have a 3-year-old, I know.
I have younger cousins, I also know.
You are waved into the house by a fairly middle-aged looking halfling woman. She goes, "Oh, hello! You must be the four that I've heard about helping out earlier in town. I think I have something that you might be able to help us with, if you're willing."
Mm-hmm.
Really? What is
I
it?
see. It's not going out and murdering another vagabond out in the woods, I hope.
No, nothing like that. There's
Oh, thank God.
She waves you in and has you sit, as best as you can at the table.
How quaint. He just kind of looks around, trying to not look visibly uncomfortable at all the screaming children running around.
Shoot.
Weirdly, Cole Silver looks completely comfortable and actually smiles at one or two of the children as they run by or poke at him.
They are halfling children. They are poking you.
Yeah, he just smiles and ruffles their hair or just pokes them back. He is emanating grandpa energy very strongly.
They are noticeably fascinated by the giant elephant man.
Of course they are, and I think Maximus is just sort of smiling, waving, looking a little bit perturbed because there are very small children running around him and he is 8 feet tall and weighs over 200 pounds. He's being very careful here.
Don't worry, you're a jungle gym now.
Yeah, they're halflings. They'll just bounce back. Jogan, you were going to say something?
Off your nose.
Jogan's just thinking, oh, this is, he says, it's it's loud, just like back at the orphanage where I grew up. That's a kid's.
You're used to screaming children running around at all hours of the day.
Uh-huh.
You used to be one of them.
Yep.
Okay, so she waves you in, and you sit around the table as best as you can, and she serves you some hot tea and halfling-shaped cookies. You're not sure if this is morbid or not, but they look really good.
Oh,
Well, not batting an eye, he bites one in half. Cold Silver bites one in half and just munches it down.
oh, how charming. Used to make something like this for the holidays. Lovely.
These are very nice.
Not turning away free food, but what was it you were needing help with?
It's the thing we need help with. I'm sure you've heard that the loggers have been having problems actually logging, which is a problem for a logging town. I'm gonna be frank. The problem is a giant white moose is terrorizing the loggers and running them out of the woods.
This gets a frown. You don't mess with the moose.
Which is why I'm asking for help from people who might be able to do something about it. It's a very big moose, but it's still a little embarrassing for all of my loggers to be gotten the better of by what is basically just an animal.
I wouldn't say that. I've never taken down a moose with no less than 10 individuals to help me.
So, just to make sure I'm picturing the right animal, a moose is like a... Is it like a horse or a cow? More like a deer, I think? Never seen one in person.
It's
Jogging just shrugs.
it's like a deer that was crossed with a horse and then doubled in size.
With the attitude of a bull in musk.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very ornery animals.
and it's white, you say? Is they normally earthen colored? Browns and whatnot?
Usually brown, yes. This one is I would honestly call it beautiful if it wasn't trying to kill everybody in town.
Yeah,
can
God,
try
you,
and-
you could never see it coming in the snow.
You can try and
Stealth
maintain the
moose.
pelt if you like.
Well, honestly, I don't even care if you kill it or not. I just want it to go away. If you could drive it off, that would be fine, but we've tried that before and it's just kept coming back. Angrier and, more pissy every time.
Right.
It-
We'll see what we can do.
Well, I thank you. Dan, just so you know that I'm not stingy with the rewards or anything. I'm sure you saw it on your way to the tavern, but the inn is closed because of an unfortunate incident. I am willing to hand over the deed for it if you get rid of this moose. So you'd have somewhere to stay at least.
Airman's attitude completely shifts at the mention of that. Forfeiture of property for hunting an animal. I'll take it. Sign me up. Good, I'm in.
All right.
This is acceptable.
Well, some of the hunters that are trying to track it are outside of town if you want to join up with them or if you want to do it yourself. But if you do it yourself, you'll be basically competing with our hunters. If they get it first, they're going to get the reward.
You, Mr. Silver, was it?
Yes, sir.
You seem like a capable tracker. Do you think we would need their help, or do you think you can handle this yourself?
I could most likely find it. I have tracked moose before.
Yeah, that's all I need to hear.
I've got a pretty strong nose, if you couldn't tell. If I can smell it, I should probably be able to help you. What do they smell like?
I'll be sort of musty with a thick. It's hard to describe it unless you've smelled it. Bit sharp, bit broad, kind of thick. Earthy, I guess you'd call it. Like a
Yeah, I
almost
would
like
not be able to help you. I grew up in the city.
almost like a bear, but not a bear.
I don't think we have either of those animals where I'm from, but I'll try my best.
If
The
I
only
find
thing I'm really familiar with are rats and dogs.
the trail, I will point it out to you.
This
Right.
moose is gonna blow at least 3 of your minds.
Oh boy.
Oh. If it's as massive and fits as much of a fucking unit as you say it is, well, we shouldn't have that much problem finding it.
VV, can you please say fucking unit again real quick?
Fucking unit?
Thank you. That made my night. Holy shit.
They are surprisingly stealthy for their size.
And so am I.
Okay, well, she invites you to spend the night. It is surprisingly roomy enough for you to lay down, Maximus, as long as you're careful about not rolling over.
All right. Excellent.
So, yeah, you're going to all get a long rest, so anything that happened in the last time session, it's been healed and you're all good. All your spells and stuff are back.
Oh, thank
Got it.
God.
Oh, and Silver, remember your sword is now +1. Is now a +1 long sword, and it's magical.
Oh,
Because
I did not remember that. Thank you.
I
Forge
gave you a bonus with the Forge Cleric stuff.
Forge cleric.
Okay, I have it written down. Thanks.
Forge clerics are really good. Okay, so you are going out tracking a white moose around the edges of this town. Basically, there's no real there's no real map for this sort of place, so I'm just going to give you a nice blank white background. Do not draw dicks on it like Shady does.
I would like to face this with schnitzels.
All right then. So if you're immediate, immediately,
I don't know how to delete it. I don't know how to get rid of it.
I got it.
Just highlight it, then hit delete.
So you are tracking a moose. Go ahead and roll me some tracking.
Survival.
Survival for tracking. Yes.
I will
And-
say, if
Cold
I don't-
Silver, since you've seen moose before and know what they are, you have advantage. Everybody else, unless you're following what Cold Silver is telling you, you have disadvantage.
I'd like to just provide the help action for someone else. Give them a shot at a regular roll.
That sounds good.
I'm useless.
I have no bonus in survival.
I literally have a +0 to that roll, so
Okay.
I have a
Same.
+3, so I'm gonna
help action for you.
Yeah, so
try.
anybody that
Almost-
gives help is giving it.
I'll specify while searching for the trail, he is keeping an eye out for birds. If he sees a bird,
Okay.
there.
Jeez.
All right, so nice. So you find a set of tracks. And you know that they are moose tracks. So you want to follow those tracks into the woods farther? I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yes, you'd also, can I tell how long those tracks have been there?
They are fairly fresh. Maybe a couple hours or two.
Okay. He's going to point down those, these tracks are fresh.
Heading towards or away from the town?
Away. They are going into the woods and they vanish into the trees unless you are looking like directly at the ground. They are very well hidden, that it was a good fucking roll to see them, so Cold Silver knows exactly where they are. Anybody else that's looking for them probably wouldn't see them.
And the snow is probably about over half my height, so I'm having a little difficulty.
Yeah, you can't see much.
Nope.
He's
Gehrman's
actually-
too busy being distracted, rubbing his hands together and prestidigitationing his clothes to keep them warm.
He's actually going to lean down and kind of sniff at the tracks.
I'm going to...
Oh, did not know that worked. Oh no.
Hmm?
Don't worry, it's just some background music.
Oh no.
And then the boss music.
Alright, so...
What is this from?
That's a heckin' moose.
What do you smell?
Do I have the moose smell?
Could I smell? Does that actually work? Just kind of, Gehrman, just out of curiosity, leans down really close and takes a whiff of the tracks.
For people who are knowledgeable about it, it can. Or those with a long nose.
Hold on, I can actually use this. If you don't, Scaffa.
What? Yes? I'm not
I'd
doing
like
anything.
to. No, I'm making a request.
Okay.
I would like to see if the keen smell trait, advantage on perception checks related to smell, is applicable here.
It is applicable. The scent is going to be a little faded, because the tracks are a little old. At least for you.
Alright, I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
If I lean down and sniff a little bit, do I actually get like enough of a whiff of it from that, or is it too faded for my mortal nose?
Go ahead and roll a perception just for shits and giggles.
Oh boy.
See what you get.
Perception, I'm awful at. Let's see. That's in that one.
You lean a little too far and inhale some snow, and now you know what snow smells like.
Cold.
Just rubs his
It
hands
smells
and just
cold.
puts one thumb up to one of his nostrils and just blows snow out of each side. Oh, scheiße. Ugh. Ugh, never again. I am not built for the wilderness.
German, you are a treat, and I love you, just so you know. Alright, so about 2 hours of tracking these moose tracks. They're winding in and out of the woods, and, you know, eventually they come into a small clearing where you see a moose. It is a dark brown moose, just standing there looking at you. And it is huge, but it's probably not as big as the one you're looking for. And it's just staring at you.
This is not our moose.
That
Well-
is,
Oh, that's a moose.
that is mortal peril in flesh.
This is
That's
not
good
the
animal.
moose we're looking for, sadly.
Just an animal.
Do not attack that. We will not. We do not want to fight the actual moose while damaged.
Understood.
I really wish I'd considered a little more when I was being told that we were going after. If I'd known there was going to be something like this.
Stay here. I may have a trick that will work. And he's going to activate Speak with Animals.
Okay. Go ahead and speak with animals. What does it do again?
I will pop it in the chat.
Okay. All right.
So basically, he lets out a low grunting sound, and it's moose is it's Hail there, Lord of the Forest. I would request your help if you are able.
It turns and looks at you, and it kind of, like, considers you for a minute. And then it dips its head. Like, it's nodding at you, like, go ahead.
He'll do a little bow back. He goes, I do not intend any violence this day, nor am I hunting you. I wish knowledge about a member of your kin of white fur.
He considers you again for a moment. Like, he's looking at you like he's wondering if he wants to even say anything, because it's another... You're hunting another of his kind, so he's just kind of like wondering why he should.
I didn't say I was hunting him. I just said I was looking for
them, but still, that usually means hunting for...
We do not intend violence towards this other moose unless it gives us no choice. We are merely asking it to leave the local humans alone.
It kind of nods its head again and, like, points its gigantic horns into one direction, like it's dipping its head to show you the way, like it's pointing, but it can't point because it doesn't have any, fingers.
He's
and it
going
just a little deeper into the woods, and about a couple more degrees eastward than you are actually going. So you'd have to, like, turn like a 90-degree corner to go where the moose is that you're looking for.
Nodding at that, he very slowly reaches into his jacket and pulls out the pumpkin muffin. He tears it in half and sets one half on the ground, and then says, "Thank you." And he'll turn to the others to go, "It's about that way. We were off by a little bit."
You see the moose's giant nostrils flare, and it starts walking towards you for the muffin. And yeah, this thing is bigger than you thought it was, because it was a good bit away. And now that it's standing closer, you're getting a good idea of what you're going after.
Mm-hmm. He will back away a little bit so he's not, feels like he's threatening the moose at all while it eats.
I feel strangely emasculated right now.
Yes. Just point to the direction. Come on, it's this way.
All right.
Follow. Did not know you could talk to animals. That's handy.
It can be, yes. Some of them don't really have much to say, though.
What did it have to say?
Didn't seem to trust me. And it was worried I was hunting the other moose. I told it I didn't wish violence unless given no choice.
I mean, we kind of
If we can talk to this other moose, I have half a muffin.
What do they normally eat? Is there anything else we could potentially do?
They they're browsers. They eat shrubs, grasses, plants, occasionally small animals if they need to make up the diet.
After my own heart.
As he says occasionally small animals, it kind of leans closer, and a giant breath of misty air floats across your face, Jogan.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my halfling nimbleness and just put our big Loxodon friend between me and the moose, because I can move through the space of any creature that's larger than me. Nope, not giving this a chance.
The good old halfling scramble.
That is a massive goat. Well, noted. Well, I can mimic one of my magical talents. I can mimic certain smells and tastes. Maybe I could sweeten the proverbial pot a little if it comes down to that.
It's not a bad idea.
Because looks over and just kind of points a thumb very timidly at the giant, horrifying deer that he barely comes up to the knee of. I don't want to actually have to fight that. If you haven't noticed, I am what they call a city boy.
Yeah, this is why I said I would have 10 others with me if I would hunt a moose.
Maybe I shouldn't have spoken up about not needing the hunters.
I think we can do it, but I would rather we didn't.
We can get the inn up and running and put it in our own name. There's some potential for some enterprise. I just have to remind myself of that and we can manage this.
The moose suddenly picks its head up and looks into the woods and suddenly turns and charges through the chest-deep snow in a manner that is faster than you would expect it to. It is gone in 2 seconds. And,
Was it moving in fear?
it's leaving the area because something startled it. The air
So what's it running away from?
The air around you grows colder than it should be.
Oh, look, it cleared a path for us.
No, get down. Something spooked it.
What? Oh, scheisse. Rolling stealth.
Yeah.
I have disadvantage, but it's still a 13.
Damn.
This Juggin's gone.
You just crouch down and you're actually in the snowbank.
You just cover
Yeah,
yourself.
pretty much.
Better yet, the moose snow plowed over you.
Oh, God.
Actually, too bad for heavy armor.
God damn it, the fucking dice don't like you.
13, 13, 12.
The snow kind of flows in, that way it does when a really hard gust goes, but there's no actual wind. It just looks like the snow is flurrying around this one area up here, and then suddenly something steps out of it.
Oh, no.
If anybody wants to roll survival or arcana to see what that is, you can go ahead and do that.
Can do an arcana.
Ah,
A 9.
level 1, folks.
Oh, this is funny, so I'm going to do that.
Level 1.
What? Oh, god damn it.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure knowing you.
Alright, Gearman, you have no idea what that is, but it is looks like a spooky ghost. Same for you, Jogan, that looks like a spooky ghost. Cold Silver
Yep.
and Maximus, that is a spooky ghost. That's a banshee.
Has it spotted us?
It looks like it's just wandering through the forest. Any wrong move from you, especially with those stealth rolls, it's going to see you. But it's far enough away right now that you might be able to get away with it.
Okay.
It's actually right over here. Let me see. Yeah.
Puts a finger up to his mouth and he'll point in the direction of the moose and just make a very careful and slow crawling motion.
Gehrman just slowly raises a thumbs up, gets down, and just starts caterpillar crawling.
Yeah.
He's trying to actually go through the snow as much as possible to reduce any clanking and clattering.
The moose did plow a path for you in the direction that you were wanting to go anyway. Did somebody drop?
Bonus.
Yeah, I had I'm refreshing Roll20. The map froze on me.
And yes, Zero, that is the exact GIF that I was thinking of. That's what it looked like.
Then we will use the moose path.
Okay, so
I just have to thank that giant goat when we see it again.
So every 20 feet that you move this way, make another stealth check until you get to the end of this blank map, and then I'll consider you have gotten away from the Banshee.
All right.
Oh god.
This will be fun.
Sorry, guys. Even if I used my sorcerer bullshit, that wouldn't change anything.
If anybody wants to help you, that also counts. Like if somebody just drags you through the snow.
It really doesn't here.
Hey, Gehrman, would you mind if I casted guidance on you?
I'm not saying no to that, whatever it is. Guidance only counts before the fact, so I'll have to use it next time.
For your next one.
Yep, if there is a next one.
There you go. This should help you be a little sneakier.
Danke, he says in a very soft little whisper.
Maximus is the last one to roll, and then that'll determine what happens.
Oh boy. I have 0 bonus and disadvantage. Y'all play for me.
You can cast guidance on yourself, too.
Alright, then I'm gonna do that.
Concentrate on yourself. Oh, never mind. You don't have to.
Damn, man.
I'm the weakest link.
Fucking hell. Alright, so, 1 second. You're lucky. Gehrman, the little clatter of your armor draws her attention for a second, but she doesn't see anything, so she turns back away. You just shat your pants a little bit, that's all.
Oh, scheisse. Oh, like actual scheisse. Hopefully it doesn't help. Do moose have a good sense of smell? No, never mind. Questions can wait until later.
Again, finger in front of mouth.
Okay. Another 20 feet and another stealth roll for me, please.
This time I'll take that guidance. Oh.
Never mind. That scared the shit.
I have disadvantage, so.
Still.
I'll take that guidance. Roll another d4. Oh, thank God. That's a 15 altogether.
Good.
Alright, I'm also doing it on myself, so...
There we go, buddy boy. Now you're acting like the outdoorsman.
Oh, use that guidance. It might help. Use the guidance. Because the rest of them can cover for you.
Does the crit stealth cancel out the crit fail?
Oh, Gehrman had disadvantage. Because of his armor.
15, then.
She hears something and turns this way. She doesn't come any closer except for one step. But she now is looking towards, she's scanning in this direction.
I'm gonna read something real quick. I don't think this cantrip does what I need it to here. I think I'm getting it mixed up with another one, but I want to make sure.
Yeah, use your cantrips to your advantage.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I kind of want to try something with my spells. And do like a minor illusion of just like a snow dove or something just take off and just like it'd been startled and just goes off.
That would help.
I will add to that. As it takes off, I will add sound of the pigeon taking off using prestidigitation to make it a bit more convincing.
Yeah, because I can only do sound or image.
Okay, so and then the bird's gonna fly like over this way.
The opposite
away
direction
from us as far as it can go. Just have it disappear into the trees.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to roll for that. Is there? Yeah, she's gonna roll intelligence. Fucking dumb banshee.
Yeah, it's not a. What is it?
Just to make
sure. A high roll.
Well, she rolled an 8, so she's dumb as a box of rocks, and she watches the snow pigeon go, and she's completely convinced that this is a bird, and she's watching it go through the trees, and she's not looking at any of you anymore. Like, she's looking in this direction.
All right, she's distracted.
So your disadvantages for your heavy armor are canceled for this time?
Oh, thank God. Level 1, level 1.
Haven't rolled below a 20 for these stealth checks.
No.
One of us has rolled in that one each time.
Wait. So the disadvantage counteracts the heavy armor, so that means the rest of us have advantage?
Yeah. The rest
So,
of it, you have
11.
advantage.
11, I will take that happily.
How distracted are you? Oh. She turns back in this direction, but she does not make any more moves. She just turns back to look. Like she's looking this way now. So your advantage and disadvantage canceling are canceled out. You have
Yeah, but
one. You have one more to go.
Yeah, we're 10 feet away. We're pretty close to exiting this area.
Cross your fingers.
30
Yup.
feet. Okay.
All right, who wants guidance?
I'll take it.
Having to
Happily
refresh
take
roll
it.
20 again, it's being a pain.
Is there like any trees with like low hanging branches nearby? Like within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, the pine trees are like the branches are dipping down because there's snow heavy on them.
I will angling it away if at all possible. No, she's looking at us. Never mind. Only arcane tricksters can do that where it's invisible. Nope, never mind. I was gonna mage hand something, but it would see the hand. Nope, never mind. We're just gonna guidance our way.
Okay. It's only one more. You guys are almost there.
Oh, okay. Let's roll that d4.
Ooh.
Okay, an 11.
Okay.
Not amazing, but could be a lot worse.
Okay. Coalsilver and Jogan, you are out of her line of sight. You are behind trees now. There's this line of trees. Like right freehand. Right here. That will get you out of her sight. So you are behind it now, both of you. And Maximus and Gearman. Let's see what she does.
Oh no.
She turns and sees you as you're walking through the trees. You can make a break for it.
Yeah. I'd like to run as fast as I friggin' can.
But
So am I.
she is going to screech at you and try to hit you with this.
With what?
Did it not roll it through in your
Doesn't look like it's appeared for me.
Do you want to maybe refresh roll 20 because I could see it on my end.
I'll refresh and make sure. Sure.
I couldn't see it either.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh it also.
Still can't see it.
Yep.
Roll 20 is being weird. Let me did you see that?
No.
Do you see anything I'm rolling right now?
Oh, I
there
saw
you
the
go.
dice.
I saw the D12. Weird.
Let's see here. What are you doing, roll 20? Roll 20. What are you doing? Seriously. Let's try that and see if we can do that.
Oh, I can see the Banshee, by the way. It's page you just pulled up.
Now let's see if we can see this
that.
now.
Yeah, I can see the sheet.
Still can't see the rolls though, so that doesn't help
odd.
anything. Well, it's a corrupting touch. She's trying to hit you with it.
That is a 5-foot reach. She's fast.
It's a range of 150 to 600.
Isn't?
That's surprising because it just says here under actions that its reach is only 5 feet. But hey, corrupting touch, that's fine. Your call.
Yeah, this is what it says on her sheet.
Your call. You're the DM. All right. Hold on.
Don't know why it's not showing the rolls.
Do you want me to roll them for you and see if that works? I can roll like 1d20 and we can add 4.
Yeah, give it a try. I'm not sure why it's not showing.
Oh no.
This is literally all she's going to do. She's going to try to hit you with this.
And I will also roll for damage. Who's this on?
It's actually on you.
Okay.
Because
For low roll. Oh, that is going to bring me to 1 hit point.
Yeah.
okay, well you're out of her range. So now that you've started running, you're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. Let's keep going for like a little while and then take a break so you can recover your health.
No offense, my friend, but you look like shit. You okay?
I feel like shit. I don't know what happened. It's just I was running and then she did something. I just...
No wonder there were fucking ghosts out here.
Yeah, lost spirit probably died in the cold.
I don't want to join them.
It's not. Take a rest, my cleric. Take a rest.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I'm back up to 11. So
Just about up, yeah. Nice.
let's keep going.
Yeah. Keep heading in the direction of the the white moose before the journey kills us.
Oh,
Okay.
my heart is beating out of my chest.
Welcome to the wilds.
I hate it.
Luckily, the moose track that you're following is pretty obvious, so you won't have to roll another survival check to follow them.
Compared to the other moose track, how much bigger is this one?
No, the moose track you're following is the one that other one barreled through the snow because it was just like, no.
Yeah, we were following a false trail.
Okay. Just keeping the direction that the moose pointed out to us.
Let me see if I can show to players. Yeah, for some reason, this particular Banshee's corrupting touch is a range of 150.
Frightening.
That's insane.
She's got really long arms.
I believe that they are going with the thought that she's shooting a phantom bow and arrow.
That makes sense.
Figures, we find the Banshee sniper.
Okay, so as you're walking through the woods and following the moose track, eventually you pass the actual moose that was running, and it is now stopped and heaving for breath and steaming in the cold air because of the physical exertion. And it sees you and nods again and then points its horns through the trees where you can see bigger moose tracks going through the snow.
Nod and do another bow motion.
Garriman just does a little quick bow himself. Is there any, is there, visible signs of anything nearby that it looks like it would eat?
The trees are dipping down. It's mostly pine trees and pine cones and needles, but There, if you can scrub through the snow, there might be something underneath it for it.
Just if there is anything within range, I guess I could roll something for it. My survival shit, but I could try.
Try your survival just because.
Yay. Okay, let's find out how good this goes. Oh, wow.
You dig through the snow and you find some, what would be spring growth if this winter actually would ever end. It's fairly green, a little shrub. You could pluck it up and offer it to it.
He just picks off a little branch and he'll prestidigitation it to make it smell a little more appetizing. What he would think of anyway. Just smells. It's gonna make it smell like, I guess like some herbs that he would normally put into his teas back home. It's what he thinks smells good for that, and what he thinks would smell appetizing for it. Nothing too strong, but still.
Once again, his nostrils flare out, and he comes up to you, and you're realizing again that the moose is really big.
Come up to your knees.
Dips his head down and extremely gently takes the offering from your hand. Like,
You saved my bacon earlier, and I want to make sure that you know I appreciate it. I don't like nature. I don't know how you live out here, but you keep on keeping on. He'll just keep walking over to the rest of the group. Oh, one kindness deserves another, I guess.
aw. Okay. Alright, so I do want another survival for whoever's tracking the moose tracks again. Just to make sure that you can keep on them.
Okay. Again, I'd also like to try and gauge how much bigger these tracks are to the other mooses.
About
12.
twice.
It's a stealth, actually.
Fuck. Okay, I'll take that. Haha!
Alright, nice. So
Good
yeah,
roll.
you keep on them without much trouble. Like I said, these tracks look like they're about twice the size of this other moose.
So he's gonna look at it and goes, these tracks look like they're roughly twice the size of our other friend down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Once more, I'm gonna say, we are not fighting this unless we have no choice.
Maybe I could, Garibin's gonna double back briefly if he can and go get another bit of that sprig of spring growth again. Like, worked once. There's one thing I can tell you from growing up in the city is that a bribe will get you way farther than you'd think.
That's why I still have.
This is
enough.
true. I can collaborate.
Okay, so eventually, as you're following these tracks, they lead into a large circular indentation in a snowy hillside. Rising from the middle of the circle is a triangular nomation of beautifully carved crystals that stands 20 feet tall.
Oh.
So you see this in front of you. If Roll20 is actually cooperating this time.
See it. Oh,
I see a moose.
I see a mouse.
Shit, you can see that? You're not supposed to see that. God
Delete
damn
it,
it.
move it to another spot.
Yeah, he's moved now.
It's fine. I've forgotten where it was.
Fucking moose.
Too distracted by that stonework.
It's fine.
Where are we supposed to be?
Yep.
Let's see here.
Oh, okay, got it.
You are right about here. Coming
Got it.
through these trees.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is intricate. It's a sundial.
Hmm?
There's a 10-foot-high berm hugging the circle's eastern edge has evergreens growing around and atop it, sheltering what looks like a sarcophagus buried under snow and enclosed by a half-circle of pale blue crystal pillars. North of the berm is a delicately carved gazebo made out of marble, and south of the berm is a row of outward-facing white marble statues atop granite pillars. And this is what you're seeing as you're coming through the trees.
God,
This is not typical for a moose.
I didn't think that they would. A moose couldn't have possibly built that. These were built by creatures with thumbs and knowledge of the stars and how to tell time.
If it was squatting there, moose typically don't like closed spaces.
Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry.
That and they don't have fingers.
Yes.
Yes, we know that. We saw one earlier.
Though, yes. No. This. Does it say this architecture seem Fey-like? With Silver's experience with Fey?
You can tell that this isn't Fey exactly. It's probably more elven, from what you can tell.
So diet Fae.
Diet Fey.
Oh, Garmin, there's two of you.
Yeah, I know. I can't move one of them. I can only move the other.
Which one can you move?
Oh, wait, I can move both of them. Hold on, I'll delete that one. Keep the one right here. This is the one I was controlling.
Okay, there you go.
Dude.
I've
Oh,
killed
thank
your.
God, he's gone.
I've killed your clone.
My clone.
I think this architecture is elven? I'm not sure.
Being a what my sorceress background is there any insight I could gain from that, just from my own internal magic about this structure?
Well, something about it feels a little strange. Like it's trying to push you away, but now that you've seen it, it's the misdirection is not working. Otherwise, it's looks like an elven tomb to you.
Tomb, perhaps. But why build a sundial there? Strange. Almost familiar. Yet I don't know why. It's made by elves. It shouldn't feel familiar at all.
So you can go in or up here if you'd like and check out anything, or you can go around and see what else you can see.
I don't know.
I was muted. Whoops. Is there anything is there an actual fire in this gazebo?
In the gazebo, there's an actual fire in the
Yeah.
gazebo. Yes. In the middle of the gazebo sits a stone brazier. Its bowl 20 inches in diameter. The brazier is actually full of pine needles, and it's not actually lit. It's just there, and it could be lit.
The pine needles look fresh.
It looks like it's been more accidental.
So just accumulation by the elements over time.
Yeah, it looks like wind has blown them inside.
Shame, I actually really like the smell of burning pine needles.
Could I just investigate it?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if there's anything with it.
Like
Nope.
It just looks like a weird gazebo with a brazier inside of it.
Maybe we could light this? Wouldn't hurt to have a fire nearby if we need it. We might be out here without tracking this thing.
I do have a torch. I could put it in there.
I could.
I wonder how that smells. Never burnt pine needles before. You'd think they'd burn out pretty quickly. So I imagine it's hard getting dry wood out here.
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could dig around in the pine trees themselves and see if you could get a fire going in there. There is a little tree right here where you could get something.
There was also all that wood that Gearman bought.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is true. Just
Why
fucking...
didn't I mark that down? Hold on.
All that lumber.
Because that was art supplies, remember?
That's right, that's right. I didn't mark it down because I wasn't going to use it for anything other than art. It's like, no, you can't have this. It's mine. It belongs to me. Whatever we find, it will have to be out of the elements themselves, something of this common quality. I'm the one carrying the axe. Might as well do my ancestors proud. And very al dente, weak swing at some of the branches. Just starts trying to collect some wood. What do I roll for that?
What would be a good roll for that?
I could just roll to hit the tree.
Yeah, just roll to hit the tree and see what you get.
Use the hand axe for this. An 8. It's a tree.
It's a tree. It's not going anywhere. The damage will just determine how much wood you get.
8. Wow.
Not bad. You get a good handful of wood out of that.
Finally, a real job, Dad. He just kind of piles the somewhat wet wood on the little brazier. That should at least be a little bit, I think.
Alright. So, you can probably get something going.
Can't hurt. This way we'll know to come. We'll have a smoke signal to look at to come back here, in case we have to move on. Because not going to lie, just kind of looks over at the timepiece up there, that big thing that he can clearly tell was designed to use the sun's shadow to tell time. That is drawing my attention.
Yeah, to get there, you're going to have to go all the way around this way, because this is higher than this. Like, this is a dip.
Gotcha.
It's inside of a...
And roundabouts up here. I think I'm going to check it out over here, see if we can get some high ground. Maybe it might help us see a little better.
I'm coming with you so you're not surprised by something.
I mean, I probably will be, but thank you all the same. I'm quite easily surprised. So about how high up off the ground are we up here?
It is 10 feet up. Like, the stairs, they're not that tall. And these slopes here are a gentle 10-foot drop. Like, you could slide down it if you wanted to, but you are 10 feet off the ground now.
And what's this thing right here?
That is a granite sarcophagus, surrounded by 5 crystal pillars. If you want to clear any of the snow off the lid and see what's going on with that.
Dead person. Had one too many encounters with that today. Let's get one with clerical skill up here. Hey, there's a dead person up here.
Do I have anything cool on?
Entombed?
I don't know, and I'm not going to find out.
God damn it. It's... Holy shit. Okay, so clearing the snow from the lid of this,
I'm going to step over here.
it actually depicts a picture of a brazier on the top of the lid. There's a carving on the top of each pillar. They're not very high. From north to south, the images depict a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand. And shoving...
Why would someone make a game out of their grave?
Shoving
Funerary
on...
practices can be quite diverse. You'd be surprised.
Just rolls his eyes. Elves.
No.
Shoving the
Most
lid
elves
doesn't
aren't.
seem to do anything. If you try.
Nah.
I ain't touching that shit.
Alright. So, experimentally, he'll move over to this tree and pluck a pine cone out of it. Are there any pine cones in it?
Yeah, you could find a pine cone around there.
They just experimentally he's going to pop the pine cone on the pine cone pillar just to see if it does anything.
Nope, it just seems to sit on the pillar.
Wait.
Hmm.
What if we have to put these things... Hold on. I have an idea.
Is
Why
there
are you
any
all
right?
so invested in finding out why this dead person wants us to do this?
No, I have an idea. What's on the pillars again?
A twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand.
All right. A twig. Take those. All right. And he reaches up to this tree and snaps off a twig. Keep an eye on those pillars. I want to see what they do. And he is going to put the twig into the fire.
Pillars don't do anything. The fire greedily destroys the twig.
Well, my idea was we'd have to put those things into the fire.
Well, I mean, one of them is a fire, and the other one's a hand. I'm not putting my hand in an open flame to find out what's in a casket.
Gold Silver takes the pine cone off the pillar and then sets it on the casket.
Do we have to? Sorry, good.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna
Saga's
say
just
it
kind of
doesn't-
scratching his head like, maybe we have to burn one of each in the brazier?
How do you? One of them is a fire. You can't burn another fire. What do you have to even do?
I mean, that means that there is fire.
I mean,
And that's the
it'll
only
change.
thing that's like indicates fire around here, right?
Maybe somebody already solved this puzzle a long time ago, and it's not going to do anything.
Jaga's going to use his driftwood staff and knock on the sarcophagus, see if it's hollow.
There is something inside of it. You can tell that it is a sarcophagus that is being used right now. There's probably a body in there.
Don't like that. I'm going to look around.
Did the pine cone do anything? Or wants to sit on the casket? Or
Nope, it just sits on the casket.
okay. Well, then he just turns and goes, I have no ideas then.
I'll just look around, see if anything becomes more clear. And
Is
we'll
this
see.
going to help us find that moose?
I don't know. That's why I said we light the fire over there so we know to come back here.
Joggins just looking around, seeing if there's maybe anything we missed underneath the snow or whatever.
What about this statue over here?
It's a statue of an elf warrior. It just looks like a normal statue, just standing over, guarding over this tomb. Sort of carving
Strange.
that you would.
The anatomy's all wrong.
Is there any writing on the casket or the pillars?
There's no writing. There's only the pictures of the twig, the flame, the pine cone, and the feather, and the humanoid hand.
Alright.
The only other thing is the engraving of the brazier on the lid of the casket itself.
Maybe if you had to put
Oh,
all
see,
of
that's
things
why
in
I-
to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
The brazier looked like it could be moved. Or was it like bolted into the floor?
It is absolutely bolted into the floor, and there is no way that you can move this. It has to weigh at least 500 pounds.
Fine. Got the pine cone. We've already put the twig in there. There's a fire. It's just going
What
up.
was the other symbol that we needed?
A
There's,
hand and a feather.
yeah, you need a hand.
And a feather.
I mean, there's all these statues. We could try snapping one off of them and
Or I
sticking
could
it in
just-
there.
Let's just make sure how Lithros this is being. He'll conjure a mage hand and just float it over into there.
It doesn't look like there's nothing doing there.
The mage hand just dissipates after taking damage. Just, yep, that's right. I'm not invested anymore.
Go ahead and toss
So-
the pine cone into the fire.
Pine cone goes into the fire, and the fire starts consuming it.
Mhm.
I'm going to go look at this little thing over here. This looks much more
What
interesting.
were the symbols again? Sorry, a twig, a pine cone, a fire, and a hand, and what else?
A feather.
Feather.
Do we have a feather?
Where are we going to find a feather?
It's a forest anywhere.
Oh, I have crossbow bolts. I have the. We could take the fletching.
Oh.
That would probably work. So Gearman, just because you're over there, the center of this depression is a tall, triangular crystal gnomon. Device one typically finds in the middle of a sundial. It's thick near the base and narrows to a sharp point at the top, and the snow around the gnomon has melted away, revealing a circle of symbols carved into the stone around it. The symbols depict phases of the moon, suggesting that the circular depression is not a sundial, but a moondial. Something has
Moondial.
punched a rough hole in the wall in the northwest edge of the depression, creating a dark opening that leads under the hill. Right over here.
Don't like that. Having very conflicted feelings right now. On the one hand, telling time. On the other, it is made by elves. And the other one, dark spooky hole.
Spooky hole. Yes, but back to the fire, throwing the feather in, the feather burns up, as does the twig and the pine cone that you threw it in before.
All
Now we
right.
just need a hand.
I've got two of them. And due to he's worked in a forge before. He's got experience with heat and fire, and I imagine he's wearing gloves. He sticks his hand into the brazier.
Joggin's just standing up on the ledge over here, just watching. Like, okay.
Okay.
Or he waves it over.
So you stick your hand in the fire, and nothing seems to happen except that your hand starts getting a little singed. The longer you keep it in there, it seems like
enough.
it seems like it wants, if what you are thinking is correct, it wants everything in there to burn to ashes.
Oh no.
So you're either going to cut up.
I don't.
You're either going to have to
No.
find a severed hand and throw it in there, or cut off one of your hands and throw it in there.
No.
Thank you.
Did-
I need those.
No.
And we only took the head of the guy we killed earlier or yesterday, and not his hands.
We didn't think his hands would be useful, and we're not ghouls.
Why in the world would I want that?
Well,
Joggin's gonna look at the statues and see if any of them are like missing a hand or if they have like identifiable hands. They haven't been worn away.
They have hands. They have they're not worn away by time because it's elven architecture and it's made to be special longer than it should be.
One hand, he's just sitting there looking at it. You can just hear him muttering. Just, the one hand, it tells time by the moon. On the other hand, it is made by elves. Ugh. Oh, what do I do here? What do I do? Confliction.
read over here. Do we see the hole?
Yeah, you can see the hole from there. It is.
Okay.
He's gonna point and goes, "There's a way in. If these are tombs, we could probably find dead bodies."
You really want to know what's in that casket, don't you?
No.
It's a puzzle. The puzzle's right there.
Okay, hold on.
Why, though?
Elves? Just Joggin shrugs from up on the ledge.
We got attacked by a ghost earlier. Does that not send some kind of message about how dead around here are? I do not understand
Oh,
this.
that dude yesterday, he did give an undead vibe too.
Yeah, exactly. Not a fan. But I am. Ay, fuck it.
Do you want to look?
Beautiful.
Oh, from like being up on the ledge,
Mm-hmm.
looking down, do I notice anything about the moon dial?
You can see from here, and as Gearman steps a little closer, you can see that these all have little inscriptions on them, or at least the half moon and the full moon do.
I'm looking at the full moon right now. Is it in what language is it in?
It is in Elvish.
Ah, darn.
Okay. You can speak Elvish.
Cold Silver can speak Elvish.
Kale speak.
So
Dares they defile such a beautiful thing?
It says, the full moon inscription says, gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered.
Cole Silver will read this out loud, then just wince and goes, "Yeah, this stinks of Fae."
Gross.
It sounds like
They're
some
much
kind of
more-
magic will happen if there's moonlight reflecting, depending on the moon. Can you speak Elvish, Jogan?
Nope. Common and halfling. And thieves can't. But no one knows that.
Well, if you wanted to go over to the half moon symbol, you could tell them that there's inscriptions on this to read. If you
Yeah,
like.
I'll point it out from where I'm standing. Joggin likes the being up high. And he's
Nothing on,
like keeping an eye on the hole.
nothing on this one, I'm guessing.
Nope, just the full moon and the half moon.
Okay.
There's one on the half moon.
Oh, great.
Down there.
Can't wait to hear what sort of essential oil recipes they've got here.
It just says unlock the tombs of the half moon.
That was pretentious.
It sounds like maybe the tombs can only normally be unlocked at half moon.
I
Well, there's
don't
a-
know.
Well, there is a hole in the wall, so
I think somebody got just as frustrated as I'm rapidly building up to, and just decided, fuck it, let's just blow our way through.
nothing on this moon.
There's nothing on any moon except the full moon or the half moon.
Okay. Only the full moon and the half moon have any writing on them.
You know what? Fuck it. And he's just going to pull out his chisel. Down. He's going to try to carve something in Dwarvish on the new moon here.
Okay, what are you carving?
It's not that deep, you tree munching assholes. Just very furiously doing. It's very tiny, very fine print with his chisel, moving about as fast as professionally as he can. Oh, I feel better actually. I don't care how long it takes him to do it. He is going to stay here until it's done.
Okay, I actually want you to roll for something.
Oh no.
Go ahead and roll. Let me look at your sheet. I need to know how much time this is going to take you to do.
I am a clockmaker.
You are a clockmaker. So go ahead and roll your mason's tools, and your roll is going to determine how long that takes you to do.
Yay. 22.
It's actually pretty quick. You all watch him bend down and use that chisel like the most dexterous thing you've ever seen him do. It's actually kind of magical to watch. That little inscription comes out in about perhaps 5 minutes into solid stone. You're all a little impressed.
See, that's what happens when your alphabet actually makes fucking sense. Oi. Jazzy. Signed. He just goes back to chipping away. Ordos German. Someone who actually knows how time works.
Right.
Here for all time.
I don't know how this relates to the moose, but well done.
Sorry, I needed to clear my head. It's made me angry.
Yeah. Maybe there's more.
Maybe keep the elf hate to a minimum if we actually do encounter any elves.
Oh, of course. It's just, Sorry, I'm just very passionate about anything with timekeeping. It's what I do for a living.
I thought it was a dwarf thing.
So
Can I take a look at this wall?
yeah, the wall that's busted open.
Yes.
If you want to peer in there, You can tell that it's a very dark under there, but you can tell that there's a slope that goes down. It's a gentle slope, and it probably goes down into the hill drops 10 feet. But you're able to walk down it. It's just there's a lot of rubble there. Something has busted through this wall without any care.
Okay.
I mean, if I wanted to look at the wall itself, could I tell what smashed it? If I wanted to look at the hole in the wall itself, can I get any idea of what smashed it?
Yeah, if you investigate the wall, you can tell what smashed it, if you roll.
Alright, let's take a look at this.
Does anybody want to help him?
I'll help.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm a dwarf. Some stone knowledge applies here. And actually, wait, hold on. Stone cunning. Shit.
I see nothing.
What the fuck?
Let's see
I
here.
have 1 in int, and I'm not trained in investigation.
Yeah, I have expertise on anything related to stonework because I'm a dwarf. So let's roll history. So 21 plus, so that'd be a 24.
It looks like somebody used magic to burst through the stone.
Oof. Someone really didn't like this puzzle.
If there's an animal acting weird and there's magic involved, it makes me think there's a druid about.
Druids? You mean,
That would make sense with the moon stuff.
Yes, those wild men mages who live out in the forest and, like, meet in circles and stuff?
Yes, they sometimes take the shapes of animals.
Maybe that moose is one of them.
That was what I was thinking. Moose don't normally use magic, though I've seen a few.
Well, we don't know if the moose was out here, so the other moose we met did point in this direction.
The tracks led here.
You can hear
Which,
something that sounds like snorting and shuffling coming up from the dark underneath the hill.
Oh, don't like that.
And
That's our mark.
Back up.
Nope.
That's our mark.
suddenly
I'm
coming...
going to go in ahead if anyone else wants to follow.
I'd like to go in, but I think we don't need to be in the hallway.
You're,
Maybe the other did come to us and ambush it or something. I don't know.
Not ambush. We can try and talk to it.
this
Fuck.
giant white head comes out of this hole and stares at all of you.
Cassie, speak with animals. Again, hello there, Lord. Can we take some of your time?
Ducking behind the gun.
Here.
As specify, we do not wish violence.
It it stares at you. It knows that you're talking to it, even if you're speaking common.
Yeah, it's speak with animals. It's weird that way.
No, not you. Everybody else.
Oh.
If you want to
Wait.
roll an Arcana,
Hold
Being
on.
a sorcerer, I'd like to see if I could sense if something's off. Sure. Nah.
Sure, with my 1 inch. There we go. That's proper.
Let me take a look.
Let the cleric handle this.
this you look at this moose and you look into its eyes and you see a difference that was not there in the other moose. This moose has been awakened.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no.
It is standing in the entrance of this, what you're guessing is the elven tomb, snorting out fogging breath and staring at you and lowering its head very slowly.
Hold on. Like my friend here said, we have no desire for violence. Is this your home?
Are you hungry? Just from the outside on the other side of the dial just holds out that sprig of spring growth that he grabbed.
Jogan, what are you doing with that nature? That's a good nature.
Oh, I was just trying to see if I actually would roll better with that instead of an Arcana, but you didn't call for it, so it doesn't count.
I was just wondering if you were doing anything, like, with it.
I guess. I mean, I did say last time he spent a lot of time at the museum back where he came from, so maybe he learned something.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you where you can help. That will give you like a +10 to whatever Gearman rolls for his persuasion check for the moose.
Oh, good. I have a +6 to that, so that'd be an 18.
Okay, it stops lowering its head and turns towards you, Gearman, with the food in your hand.
Yeah.
Tilts its head
come-
to look at you, and then turns to look at Cold Silver, who's been talking to him.
He's just going to hold his hands open to show that there's no weapons in it and say, we come bringing offerings.
And it snorts out a cloud of air, but it does just stand there and waits to see what you're going to do.
And then he very slowly reaches into his coat and pulls out a half a pumpkin muffin. And he goes, we would like to negotiate and see if you would stop harassing the humans.
You hear the moose snort in a way that indicates no.
Okay. He's then going to set the muffin down on the ground to just like, yeah, still can have the muffin, but, you know. And he goes, is there really nothing else, nothing we can convince you?
Do you have some sort of quarrel with them?
It opens its mouth, and a language none of you understand comes out.
Oh.
Is it Sylvan?
Nope.
Oh, never mind then.
You might recognize it, some of you, if you want to go ahead and just, let me see, roll a general intelligence check.
Much there, but sure, why not?
What?
Okay, Cold Silver. That makes sense. You've traveled a lot. You
Sure.
don't know the language yourself, but you've heard it being spoken. It has never been shared with you, like, on purpose. This sounds like Druidic.
Just squints hard at that, and he's like, I think it's speaking Druidic? I'm not sure. I've only heard it a few times, and the Druids guard their secrets.
Oh, so communications. One way only. Fantastic. Well,
Seems to understand common, though.
yeah. Just slowly advances forward and just kind of drops the little sprig of spring growth down and then steps back behind the elephant person.
Yeah. I'll take a couple steps back as well.
Okay. As it
Joggin's hiding still.
again, as it's coming out of the dark hole, and as it steps out, you can tell that it is actually covered in blood from something. Like, it is smeared with blood.
Oh.
How fresh looking.
Very fresh.
Is
You're-
it its own blood?
You're guessing that the hunters did not do their job.
So it's got someone else's blood on it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So it doesn't
Well,
have
if we
any
find
fresh
those
cuts or
hands, we
wounds.
can have a fight. We
It's
can
not
find a hand.
it is not wounded.
Does it smell like human blood?
It just smells like normal blood. It just smells like iron. But for you, and also for since he has keen smell, Yeah, you'd be able to tell this is human. He has wrecked somebody today.
Fantastic. You just take those nutrients and I'll be back here.
All right. Now, you said you seem to indicate that you don't intend on leaving the humans in this area alone. Why is that? Have they been attempting to harm you? Nod your head for yes and shake it for no.
He shakes it for no.
Is it a matter of territory?
He shakes it for no again.
It's
Are you,
someone.
are you protecting something?
He starts to shake his head for no, but then nods at yes.
Is it this place?
He shakes his head no. He looks at you when you said it is someone, though, and makes a little nod.
Is it another moose?
There's a no.
Is it the one that gave you this gift of comprehension?
One firm nod.
Do they we do not intend any harm towards them.
He looks at you. And he kind of paws the ground and snorts.
Said, we do not. I do not lie.
He turns and looks into the barrow behind it, and looks over the rise this way towards where where the 10 towns are, and then stomps a hoof on the floor 3 times. Like he's trying to indicate to you that whoever is in this tomb awakened him to kill people on purpose.
Okay. Just kind of thinks on that. And then he goes, Do they, are they trying to drive the humans from the town?
He nods, and then he shakes his head no. And
Is this about that Frostmaiden thing people were talking about?
he turns to you and nods very deeply.
Oh, shit.
Is this person aligned with the Frostmaiden?
He nods. Like he really grinds his hoof when he stomps it this time and makes like a little indentation in the stone itself. It's like he's trying to indicate that destruction is what they want.
He's gonna.
Joggin's voice just manifests by the moose because he can, with minor illusion, project 30 feet, and he's just gonna go, "Are you trying to destroy the town or 10 towns?"
He kind of looks around like, who the fuck is talking to me? But he nods in like general, like.
Yeah, Joggin's like, he would not be a smear on that thing's hoof. He's hiding.
I'm with you.
Are you magically bound to this person?
He sort of nods a little, like, yes, if you try to get by this moose and into this tomb to do whatever it is to the druid that you're trying to do, or to find the druid and destroy them, it will have to stop you. And it also nods like it has to do what they're telling it to.
He's going to nod at that and then say, you were an animal and then you are more. You have free thought and you can choose, but if you choose this, you will have to oblige.
It
I'm
nods.
not sure.
He's just gonna nod and he's gonna glance at the others. This is its bound duty and its chosen duty. There's no moving it.
Well, it's not going to let us go, you know that. It knows full well that we know that. We could go back to town and rally everyone to come and marshal against it, but it knows that.
He's just gonna frown and turn and goes, "I'm sorry," to the moose.
It nods, but it looks like it's understanding.
And we
Okay.
have one.
What were you gonna say there, Archvex?
Nothing. Just breathing.
It's breathing? Okay.
Then we don't really have a choice. This is out of character.
Yeah, out of character. I have a feeling this isn't gonna end peacefully.
No,
Since none of us are druids.
This is gonna hurt. Going to draw my sword and go into a rage.
Okay. Then go ahead and.
Can I?
What were you doing?
I was just gonna say, but it might be too late. If seeing that it's going to be more hostile, Joggin was holding an Eldritch Blast for once things got bad, but I can wait for initiative.
I can.
Thought he was a sorcerer. Is Eldritch Blast a sorcerer thing too?
Oh, he's a warlock.
No,
Oh,
I do not have anything like that, no.
You can take a
Oh,
feat and make it from Warlock if you want.
I
Beats.
got Yagen and Garmin mixed up. Sorry, for a minute.
Yep.
Sorry.
The before you go into your rage, but you draw your sword, it looks at you, and then it looks into the sky like it's indicating that it during certain times of the day it's not going to be here.
Oh,
If you waited and let it leave, then it wouldn't know that you were going in.
he's gonna sheath his sword again and then tap his nose a little bit. All right, retreat.
Loopholes.
He's just gonna smile and do a quick bow to the moose.
So it doesn't actually want to do the thing?
Apparently not. It offered a loophole.
Wow. Smart giant goat.
Animals. It is strange when they're uplifted. They can either be really smart or be little more than what they were, but can talk.
Okay, so what do we do then?
We wait. It indicated there are times it will leave.
It takes
Yeah.
perhaps 2 hours, but eventually it does go this way and towards the direction of the 10 towns itself.
Let's try to do this quickly then before it kills more people and we have to lie saying we didn't know it was going to do that.
If we can destroy the druid, it may be able to get rid of the hold on the moose.
Yeah, not complaining about that. No moral qualms about that here.
Jogan, were you saying something?
I was just going to say, Joggin would have helped the group try to hide during that time, just in case whoever the moose is protecting came out also. But
I don't think it's a conscious individual.
So going down into the passage there, it is very dark in here. You'd either have to use dark vision or a torch to see.
It has dark
Yeah,
vision.
I has dark vision.
I think most of you
I
do.
do not.
neither does Joggin.
Okay,
Half of us do.
So
light works.
Halfling.
It's
So
interesting.
I'm going to cast light, and he taps the head of his mace, and it begins to glow as if it were a torch.
Okay.
That's a 20, 40 foot. I can see 60 feet out.
So you see, actually, in this there's this little burrows, more elven statues, and among all the debris in here, there's sleeping forms of other little animals. Like there's a hare, a couple foxes, a goat, some owls, and little bears sleeping peacefully, sharing the space. They don't seem to be awakened as the way the moose was. They just seem to be enjoying the protection that the moose offers.
Lord of the Forest may have been a more correct title than I thought.
Mm.
Okay. Move towards this opening.
Okay, going down that way. Maximus, are you going down this way, or...
Oh, I was just getting out of Silver's way.
Okay.
Oh,
I suggest we stay close, yeah. Don't split off in a place like this when only a few of us can see.
Are these statues any different to the ones outside, or are they pretty similar?
Nope, just more elven statues. The wind has not worn away all the details on them, so you can see that they are all facing eastward towards the nearest wall. You don't know why they're pointed in towards the wall, but they are staring at the wall.
that was
These
broken.
these walls right here.
Odd architectural choice, not going to lie. Alright, I'll trust your senses, big fellow. Beard game respects beard game.
okay. It's just gonna move up this tunnel.
Okay, are you going to be going quietly?
Yes.
Yeah, probably should. Yeah.
Joggin will actually ask, do you want me to sneak ahead? I don't have very good night vision, but probably sneakier than kind of gestures to everyone bigger than him.
I could light up something of yours the same way I did.
It might seize a light, though, don't you think?
Fair point.
Yeah, I was just gonna go ahead and listen, really. Listen more than look.
Alright. Scout ahead then.
I mean, not if it's something I shouldn't be doing.
I just think that maybe we should be relying on sight a little more so if we want to sneak up on something and not have something
Okay, then
sneak
I'll
up
just
on
be in the
us.
back of the group. Go ahead.
Do you smell anything?
Do we smell anything weird?
You'd have to roll perception for that.
Okay, I can do that. Yeetus. 20.
You smell, you oddly smell like berries and humanoid. You're not certain what kind of humanoid because it is covered up by forest scents, dirt and pine needles and everything else that you would associate with a pine forest.
Does seem to be living.
Yep.
And goes. You just kind of whisper. It seems to be living. I think it's a humanoid. Well, do we just run in an ambush?
Not a bad idea.
Okay, then. Do you guys up for that?
For me,
Okay, then rage and kick the door down.
Okay, the door opens, and since you startled her, because she didn't notice that you were coming, you see this lady behind a sarcophagus and a tiny awakened shrub next to her. She screeches as you open the door and jumps onto the coffin, crouched down like a raging animal, and goes, 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then the Frostmaidens, and then she attacks. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Damn, woman paranoid.
Where are you?
Wow.
Are you?
Once again, Gehrman's motivated when the fight actually comes around.
Jeez, guys.
It's nerd adrenaline.
Well, for some reason you're on there twice. So we got These must be the older ones. And then roll for you. Wow. Okay, you can't see that roll, but it was fucking terrible. So, Jogan, it is your turn. This lady is clearly crazy and does not like you at all.
Is there
Okay.
light? I'm guessing there's light in this room.
You can see in this room, yes. The little shrub immediately darts away into the corner, like, oh fuck, no, I'm not touching this.
Okay, this is weird. Roll20 is being... Okay, I can't use the ruler right now for some reason. And I can't control my character. Oh, there.
Oops.
I'm just gonna... Okay, great. Roll20 is doing that thing now where I can't actually update or see things happening on the map, so after my turn I'll just reload. But
Okay.
I'm gonna try a charm person.
Okay.
Use my first little spell. They spell saved 13.
Spell save 13. Again, what kind of save is it?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. And then have it written down. Wisdom. Oh, no, it's a druid. They're good at wisdom.
You never know.
And since it's combat, they do have advantage.
Yeah, they do have advantage. So she would have rolled a 1, but since she has advantage, she rolled a 15. So she makes it.
Okay. And then saying that didn't work, I'm just going to go back to the end of the where I was, just since I can move through my friends.
Because you're tiny.
Toy.
Okay, so
Okay, refreshing.
refreshing. Then that means it's Gearman's turn. This lady is looks a little rabid, actually.
Okay, trying to see. I can't move through Coal Silver's space.
You can move through allies.
You can move through allies.
Oh, you allow that? Okay, I have 30 feet, so let's just measure things out here real quick. Can I roll a quick free action if you'd allow me perception check to see what kind of small objects that could potentially be yeeted at something I could see in the room?
Yeah, you can look at that.
Yay. Okay. Perception. 14. Anything noteworthy?
There are, from what you imagine, or this is the little crumbling of the ceiling above you. There are some stones about a head size, some smaller, some larger. There's a bedroll and some pots, and then
All right.
some like firewood.
Noted. Okay. Nothing I can really... Nah, nothing else I have really gives me any advantages at that. All right. Gonna launch the biggest rock I'm capable of lifting with... We're gonna catapult.
Eat a bolt.
Nice.
9 damage, DC 14 dex save.
Oh, she takes all of that.
Nice. 9 damage. And then gonna step back behind the burly boy.
Okay.
And I don't really have any bonus actions yet because I'm level 1. So I'm good. That's yeah, that's turn.
Okay.
Gonna run up, my face to her face, and smack with my lovely magical sword somebody gave me.
All right. Are you raging? Just so I know.
Yeah.
Raging. Okay.
13.
That does hit her.
It's a +1 too. That would technically be a 14, or did you add that into it already?
I added it in already.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 7 plus dose.
Nice.
9.
Nice.
It is considered magical, if that matters.
Okay. All right. Not a bad hit. Not too bad hits for the start of combat.
Level 1.
Maximus, it is your turn. You are able to push past Gearman.
It's not that
Alright.
hard. I'm only like 4 feet tall.
I'm just going to sort of barrel past Gehrman, and he is going to use that trick he used earlier in the boss fight against the first guy. Where his mace starts glowing, and he smashes the cog painted on his shield, and he casts Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Oh, that hits.
Oh, thank God.
I love it when Guiding Bolt hits.
Mm,
Holy
Nice.
shit. All right.
whack.
This lady is considered bloodied. In D&D terms, that means that she is beneath half of her hit points.
Bushwhacked her.
Basically.
It is now her turn, though.
We kicked in the door and screamed FBI, open up, essentially.
So it is going. She's going to. Let's see. What is it? She's got a lot of things that she can do. You are right in her face with your axe, cold silver.
Longsword.
With their longsword, sorry.
Yeah.
So she is going to. Let me see here. What does this do? Hey, you're lucky she's not thinking clearly. She's going to try this. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, you take 4 slashing damage plus 6 cold damage as she pulls out a sickle made of ice and slashes it across your chest.
That was 6 cold damage.
6 cold damage and 4 slashing, yes. And
Or is
she's
half.
going to do it again. 13 hit you?
No, thank God.
Alright, she tries to do it again, but you hop off the sarcophagus here and kind of taunt her to come closer. She's a little mad.
Spits his own blood on the floor and snarls.
Jogan, is Roll20 working for you again? Is it being cooperative?
We can see you moving.
We can see you moving, but we can't hear you if you're talking.
It is muted.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems to be I had to refresh like 3-4 times. But okay, I'm just blessed. Since I already used my 1 spell slot.
That'll hit.
And you have advantage on that.
Oh, yeah.
You have advantage on that from Guiding Bolt.
Not that it mattered here. All right.
Yeah. Oh wait, shoot. Maybe I should have done this. Oh, I still can as a bonus action. First time, right next to it, like right there. Don't have a token for it yet, but Joggin's eyes flash that same weird blue again, and there's like a puddle of water that manifests next to it, and reaching out of the puddle is a gangly, pale, nearly translucent giant crab claw, which starts snapping at the air and then snaps at the druid. When I create the limb, I can make a melee spell attack. So, reach from the depths, dealing 4 cold damage.
Okay. It snaps at
And
her.
I think when it hits... its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
It snaps at her and she looks a little surprised, but it doesn't look like it hurts as much as it should.
Yeah, that's my fault for playing a Fathomless during the Frostmaiden game, so everything I do is going to be nerfed.
It's alright. You hit her with Eldritch Blast right in the face, so she didn't like
Hey,
that.
that movement. Thank you for that movement reduction, all the same.
Yeah.
Not that she's going to be able to move with cold silver in her face, but yeah, now she can't. Yeah, Gearman.
Okay, Do I dare? I only have one spell slot left. Yeah, he's not that brave. Second verse, same as the first. We're gonna fling a clay pot at her face.
Just like Link.
Yep. Comes out of him as he catapults once again. And she's gonna probably find at least 5 rupees in here. Oh, no, just pain.
Let's see what she does with the dex. She makes the save this time, so she'll only take half of that, but that's still half of 15.
7 damage then, yeah. Nice, alright.
Still not
manages
bad.
to hits her across the head with a clay pot. So that's what you get as he runs back behind the others again.
Okay, Cold Silver, it's your turn.
So, fairly bloodied and not looking terribly happy, he actually snarls in a very bestial manner, and then his eyes start glowing a bright blue as actually his beard lengthens a little bit and his fingernails sharpen, and he's actually going to shift, giving him some 3 temporary HP, which matters a lot. It's a bonus action, thank God.
Yeah, gotta love that about shifters.
No. Okay, just do anything else? No, it's just going to give me a little bit of temp HP, which I kind of need, and I'm going to stab the beach.
Okay.
That's a 14 hit.
A 14 does hit.
All right. Crack. Plus dose.
Let me see here. Nice. So, minus. Yeah, she does not look happy at all. She is, there's blood running out of her nose and from all of the bite wound, the slash wounds that you've given her, and she's standing there, vibrating with rage. But she does not look very good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I can't do anything else.
Okay. Then Maximus, it is your turn.
Okay. I've got some questions, so
Okay.
I am gonna. In character, I have some questions, so I'm gonna try and non-lethally finish her off if everyone's okay with that.
Okay.
It's your call. We can't read your mind. You can do what you want.
All right, that's enough. And he pulls out his mace and just clacks her off, and just tries to clack her on the back of the head.
Okay. That hits.
Bonk.
Go to holding jail.
Cartoon sound effect bonk.
Okay.
Oof.
You bonk her, but she's still up.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And it's her turn. She's going to suddenly start shifting shape in front of you. And instead of this lady here, there is now this in front of you.
Well, hopefully she's not a moon druid, and that was her main action.
Let me see here. What was it?
There be a wolf?
There'd be a wolf in front of you. And it was not her main action.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 16 hit you? Cold Silver?
Yes.
Okay, 5 piercing damage there, and she's gonna try it again. 15 hits.
That awakened bush has just been cowering the whole time, right?
Yeah, the bush is just like, want nothing to do with this.
Was there something added on to that 5?
No, just 5 piercing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
Another 5 piercing.
1, 2, 3. Would you consider 3 half a 5, or would that be 2?
I think you round down, so 2.
Yeah, you round down.
Me too.
Actually, yeah, okay, cool. I'm not doing too bad. It's not great, but...
Don't jinx it.
No, that's fine.
Okay. That is her turn. So it is now Jokin's turn. There's now a wolf where the lady was.
Yeah, level 1 warlock, not much I could do. Actually, I'm gonna pinch at her for the first attack.
Pinch. The pinch does not hit.
Don't think it's hit. Nope.
The Eldritch
I
Blast
think that
does.
does. And the Eldritch Blast, it looks almost like a compressed, like, bolt of water. Not ice, but like water.
Okay.
But that's my turn. Just kind of hiding behind the door,
She did
firing
not.
around it.
The wolf did not like that sudden burst of water in its face.
Yeah, it's got to be super cold.
Oh yeah.
No,
Alright.
so wet dog.
Mm-mm-mm.
And actually, since the 2 keen-scented people are right next to it, they could probably smell it. It's a little salty. Salt water.
Hmm.
But that's Joggin's turn.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Just checking something real quick. Nah, beans, it doesn't work that way. German is gonna advance into the room just a little bit. Since he's burned his spell slots and his only cantrip is one in melee range, he is gonna take out that old, dirty, rusty spear he found on the roadside, and he's gonna chuck it at. No, he's not.
I could feel
Wait,
that.
no, hold on. Clockwork Sorcerer. Clockwork Magic. Let's see. Restore balance. Nah, no, never mind. That's just advantage and disadvantage. I can do nothing. That's a nat 1.
Okay. Well, the nat 1 is just going to make you miss. I'm going to be nice about it.
Okay, well, I am down 1 spear until the end of this fight then.
I was feeling that thing coming from my side, I want you to know. Before you even rolled it, I'm like, I'm getting stabbed here.
Scheiße. Sorry. And he just kind of darts back past the halfling again. Just, you don't mind being cover, right?
The halfling is cover for the dwarf. That is, funny.
Shame on you for believing in stereotypes.
I'm just using the door as cover.
And I think that's turn.
Okay.
Yep, that's turn.
Okay. I'm just looking up things real quick. Just so it is, then it's Cold Silver's turn.
On seeing it become a wolf, he looks a little shocked for a moment, then just narrows his eyes and huffs at it before swinging. Never mind then.
Oh no.
This is why you roll halflings.
Yeah,
Exactly. Only halflings. All that happens is you miss. I'm not going to start giving you penalties until you're not level 1.
Until we can't Oko ourselves with it.
You're already nerfed by being level 1, okay? I'm not going to punish you anymore.
To be fair, I don't think I have anything else I can do to this thing.
Okay. Maximus?
No.
All right. I'm going to back away. I know I will take an opportunity attack, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay. She's going to try to bite you. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, then she just kind of snaps at you as you back off.
I said that's enough.
That does hit her. Oh, damn. Okay, that knocks her out of that form, and now the lady is back, bloodied and panting in front of you.
And she's still glowing, right?
She's still glowing. She's still up,
Yeah.
but she's now she's back in her own form. So, whose turn is it now?
Hers
Her turn.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
is bottom of the initiative.
The thing that I was doing can come into turn. I'm just making sure that I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, I am. Okay, so she kind of claps her hands together, and like spectral forms start coming here and here. What looks like, if I can find them, this list of things is a little ridiculous.
Oh wait, I think I know what she's doing.
Come on, drop on the thing. Or don't. Okay, 1 second. It's taking a minute to actually come on to roll 20.
Fun.
What looks like giant freaking boars appear beside her.
Uh-oh.
Well,
No.
it's been fun, guys.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's a good thing we didn't have to fight the moose because we'd be in trouble right now, but
Now we're fucking dead.
If we'd even made it past the moose.
right.
Actually,
I would've-
Level 1. I wonder if we would have had a better time if we had started at one of the other 10 towns, because it's like
This is one of
random,
the-
right?
I do know above game. This is one of the tougher opening missions.
No
course it is.
surprise.
But it's fine. I have a backup character. He's much better suited for this environment.
okay, so it's not boars because the boars are being assholes and are not coming onto the fucking page.
Yeah, they got to go swarm Florida man's yard.
It is just two of these fucking bears.
Oh no. Oh no.
How is this better?
Passive.
It's not.
This
Great.
is fine.
We're not
a
getting
tiny
AR-15. We're not getting AR-15. We're getting Revenanted.
The bears are spectral, and you think that they might disappear if you kill her, but they're not going to disappear if you knock her out. She's not going to let you knock her out. She's snarling at you and going, "You're not taking me. I will take you with me."
It was a good
Well,
sexy boy, but we're not doing it.
that makes my decision pretty easy because it's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
It's her turn.
Just gotta say, pardon me, and I'm gonna hop onto Maximus's back, like scramble up his back and onto his shoulders, and fire at the druid. Another Eldritch Blast. And it should be at advantage, right?
Yeah, because of guiding
Would be,
bolt.
yeah.
Come on.
That just hits her.
Eh. Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
That is
That-
not enough to kill her, though.
Okay, bonus action. No!
Beans.
It does not
It's
hit.
okay. Every single one of us gets a shot at her before she goes again. The only question is the bears.
Yeah.
The bears have to get a 22 on initiative to be able to kill us.
Joggin just kind of like drops down, still holding on to Max with his back, like, oh, okay, that didn't go as I thought it would.
Okay,
That's
better luck next
my
time.
turn.
All right, because I still have. It's weird that it didn't
throw a
stay
hand
on my
axe.
sheet. Yeah, I do have that. Yeah, I also still have that battle axe. The only thing is, it's not on my sheet. Hold on, 1 second.
Just as a DM, I believe this is the scariest boss fight I've ever run.
This is a. I know what CR this is. This could kill us very easily.
Yeah. But within we can see the finish line.
Yep.
Only I didn't use my one spell slot to try and charm.
It wasn't a bad idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Just making.
But my
sure.
only other level 1 slot as a Warlock level 1 is Thunderwave.
That's okay. My only offensive cantrip is Booming Blade. Which I might use in a second here, depending on one factor. Okay. Oh, so it can be that. Okay. Pulls out. Oh boy. She's not that hard to hit ultimately, so it has to be a melee attack, not a ranged. Oh boy. Okay. Gonna run up, battle axe in hand. Nervous as all get out, and we're gonna booming blade. Battle axe, two-handed swing. Oh, not again.
Again, I'm going to be
Wow.
nice because you're all still level 1, and that's just going to whiff. You are too
I got
nervous.
that.
Again, I felt that coming from my side.
There are 2 giant bears, and you got scared at the last second.
Level 1 sorcerer. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
I shouldn't have done that.
I should have done that.
All right, go for it.
Come on, Silver, my boy. 12.
Doesn't hit.
Oh no.
It's been nice knowing you, fam.
Is the dice gonna be what kill us?
I mean, that's how they usually do it.
It's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, I am out of spell slots, so
Go ahead and start making Obble's character sheet.
I think I'm going down before you do.
Maximus might save you.
I'm out of spell slots, so
Yep, healer's kit. You could stabilize somebody with healer's kit.
is anyone down?
Not
No.
yet.
No.
I'll do that if someone goes down, but right now I think our main priority needs to be taking this lady down first.
There are
So
2 brown bears here, and I have 10 hit points.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Take her
tend
down.
to anyone who's hurt, but he's just going to charge in, and
Oh, Jogging gets carried with. He's still hanging on. He's like, ah!
and
Oh
That
my God.
hits. You literally only had to do 1 damage.
Oh,
Oh, are you kidding?
Christ.
God damn the.
come on.
D&D
I was so close
rules.
to taking her out.
Okay, so she falls down, and as she falls, the 2 bears just kind of dissipate because they are magical constructs, so they dissipate into ether again. And if you're trying to do this non-lethally, she's going to just pull out a dagger and stab herself.
Oh, I'm not going to do it non-lethally
Okay, so
anymore. He is charging at her with the full force you'd expect from a 300-pound, 8-foot-tall elephant man, and he's just going to grab his mace and swing it with lethal force.
okay.
Shoggun's barely hanging on.
So she's becoming a fixture in the wall now.
She crumples with your mace in her head, and she goes, "My beasts will avenge me," and then she crumples to the ground in a heap.
You need better beasts.
And Joggin points at the bush and goes, "You gonna start trouble?"
The bush is just kind of cowering in the corner there, and if it had a face, its little hands would be over its face.
Okay. Don't need to attack the bush.
All right, let's
ransack the room and leave, my dudes.
Let's leave the bush out of this.
You're not going to cause any trouble for anyone, are you?
No, I'm not. Leave me alone, please. The bush is talking to you.
Wait, what? What did it say? I'm sorry.
It says, "No, leave me alone, please. Go away."
What?
I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay, no.
The bush is talking.
It's druid stuff. Druid stuff happens and things talk.
First a giant moose, now a bush. Is there anything else we need to watch out for on the way out?
No, just her. She woke up a couple more things, but some of them aren't mean.
Should I trust you on that talking greenery?
Because I didn't like her? She's mean.
You don't need to...
Pretty easy to say that. Insight check.
I mean, he's not lying. He was scared to shitless of her, and is more scared of you.
Was the moose one of the mean ones?
No.
Okay.
All right, well...
He was just a professional.
Well...
It
looks like
since I don't have much time left.
You don't have much time left?
No, I mean, much time left on the claw. It only lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that sounded worse than it did. No, I'm good to go for however long.
Okay.
But, I'm going to try to use the claw to pry open the sarcophagus.
Okay. Yeah, roll it. Just let it roll it an attack before it disappears. Okay, the sarcophagus lid tips out from the claw, pulling on it, and there is a corpse of an elf in tattered robes inside. The rush of air as the sarcophagus opens disturbs the cadaver's robes, and it turns to dust. In the dust, there is an unstrung bow, 6 silvered arrowheads, and a wooden cup with some kind of winged fish etched onto the side.
Pull those out. Like,
When Gehrman's done dry heaving, he looks over. Ugh. You're all crazy. He moves over next to the bush. Ugh.
That's what you gotta do for money.
No, you can. You can do a lot of other things too. Like make things.
And
Fair point.
as the dust crumbles, there was another body hidden underneath this one.
ooh.
It looks.
Oh, we got a 2 for here.
It looks like. It actually looks like the lady that you just killed. It's a rotting corpse that looks exactly like this lady. You're guessing it's some sort of twin sister.
Oh,
Ooh.
So,
Can I investigate? Like, search the body, or
Yep.
if they were carrying anything, or if...
You can
I could-
search, yeah.
I guess I'd... Okay. I was going to say, see what killed them, but that would be like a medicine check. Investigation. 15.
So investigating, you can see what you just want to see what she's carrying.
Yeah,
Or
see if there was anything on it, on the body,
you
or in the sarcophagus.
you find a little shark skin pouch that's tucked underneath her body.
Yeah,
Inside the
pull that
pouch,
out.
inside the pouch, there are two potions of some kind. You can't tell what kind they are. One of them is clear but sparkles when you shake it, and the other one is kind of a reddish color, but not the reddish color of a health potion. It also kind of glows when you shake it.
Okay, I'll hold on to those until we can inspect them better.
Other than that, there doesn't
So
seem to be
just
anything else on her body.
Joggin pops out of the sarcophagus because, being his size, he could fit perfectly inside. He's like, so there were two bodies, one older, one fresher. The fresher one that looked like her sister, and got some stuff.
He just looks
Hold out
over
the
at
unstrung bow and the cup.
he looks over at the bush. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that's her sister. She blamed the hunters because they accidentally killed her when they were hunting.
That would explain the moose. Moose's rampage.
So she was getting vengeance for that. Was she like just kind of does a gesture broadly, then just kind of makes little claw motions with his hands like that before all this?
Oh yeah, the druids. Yes, they were both druids before. They weren't mean before, but they were both as you say before.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want some water or something?
Yes.
Fuck it. Just
Do you-
does his canteen. It's a bunch of snow all over the ground. I could just refill it. Just pour some water down at like its feet or something. Just looking a little bit weirded out about the whole thing and just trying to pass conversation because he's sitting next to a bush.
Do you want some berries? I got tasty berries. That's why she wakened me. She wanted berries all the time.
She was eating them off of you and just kept you around to do that?
Yeah. Told you she was weird.
That's a little messed up, but sure, why not? Just pluck off a berry. You don't really don't mind.
No,
Come
I
on,
mean
you-
that's why I grow them. It just and she just made me magical so I could grow more because impatient, I guess. All you mammals
What?
are so impatient.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh,
Well, what's this about a frost maiden? She
Oh well,
she said something about a frost maiden, and so did someone else we fought.
yeah. The Frostmaiden is she's bad, and the lady figured that if she didn't get revenge, then the Frostmaiden was gonna kill everybody anyway, so she's gonna win no matter what. I guess that's what she was thinking. Frostmaiden just she mean. She wants to kill everything with winter, and not have anything grow anymore, which is making me nervous. I don't like that.
it's no wood for making clocks.
Clocks?
Yeah, I that's what I do. Sometimes I work with stone too. Metal. But admittedly, wood is one of the primary ingredients, and why did I open my mouth about that?
You're talking to a shrub, to be fair. You're weirded out. You're oversharing.
Yep. And just had a near-death experience staring down two giant ghost bears. Oh. Oh, right. So, I don't know if you have how seeing works for you, but outside of here there's a giant moon dial. Is there anything she was using? Is there any significance why she was camped out here, or was it just because it's a convenient little hidey hole?
I think it was a convenient little hidey hole with a stone box to keep her sister in, so she wouldn't, rot.
I mean, that makes sense.
I think
So you don't know anything about all that.
I think the moon like does something for the mirrors on the wall. There's a mirror on the wall down the hallway. Sometimes it lights up. I think
Mystery deepens.
I think the moon has to be full.
I wasn't really paying attention to the moonlight. I have no idea what phase we're approaching.
If you want to roll a general intelligence, everybody, to see if you can recall what the moon was.
I mean, going by the map, it's waning.
Yeah, I think that's just a
Or is it
pre-generated
waxing?
thing.
It's pre-generated.
Why not? Why not? See if I can recall.
Could I use
this.
nature?
If you want to use nature, yeah, but
If you're proficient in it. 19, okay. Behrman actually was paying attention.
so if you were
did
paying,
spend a-
That would make sense. Looking at the moon dial.
what was that, Raven?
I was just saying, yeah, it makes sense. He was studying the moon dial for a while.
It, as you recall, it was actually a half moon. And if you look at this door, there's actually a half moon inscribed on it,
Ah.
and it feels a little magical. So you think that if it wasn't half moon, that this door wouldn't have actually opened for you.
Oh, fuck a lucky duck.
We should.
Okay, just ignore this roll. Okay.
Okay, you're just
My
seeing if
God.
Roll20 works.
All right.
Yeah.
My
We
God.
need to-
We picked the one day of the year by pure happenstance. Looks over, calls over. We picked the one day of the entire month by pure happenstance where you could have actually dramatically kicked down that door.
This rolls his eyes a bit like that Fey bullshit.
Yeah, that was
No, really, that's... Like, what are the odds? That's
That was-
crazy.
Good thing you didn't break your ankle.
was
Yeah, any
actually
other day you would have.
that was actually a dice roll I did to see what the fucking phase of the moon was. You lucky cunts. to be incredibly foul mouthed, you are lucky.
So, on hearing this door only opens at half moon, Colesilver is going to go, well, then, if you want to complete your little puzzle, take the hand here and then ransack the room quickly.
Oh, Joggin's just like kind of guiltily, like still partway in the sarcophagus, lifts up the dead sister's hand, and a dagger's like way ahead of you.
I'm imagining you were just about to close it, like, guiltily, and then, like, oh, well, okay, and then you just toss it open.
Jesus Christ.
I like to investigate the rest of the room to make sure we don't...
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Joggin assist.
Assist.
Sure.
So
Nah.
Well, there goes all my good rolls.
Well-
Apparently.
it looked like she had like an herbalism kit. Like this lady had an herbalism kit stashed away next to her bedroll, but other than that, it's mostly just smashed crockery and half-eaten rations.
I'll still take that herbalism kit. That's still money. Or things to use.
Yeah, herbalism kit's not worth nothing.
Nope. And after that, after the ransack, Colesilver's going to very quickly get out of this room. He does not trust a magic
no.
door not to close on him.
I don't know.
Oh,
whether
yeah.
this- If it closes on us, you probably won't be able to open it for another month, so I don't want to die in here.
The
Looks
awakened.
over at the bush. You
There's-
coming too?
Yep, the shrub is like pattering out of the room. Like
You haven't... because I feel awkward and weirdly, like, I guess I have that post-battle thing where, like, my brain's doing funny things. Do you have a name?
No. She just called me Tasty a lot. It's weird.
like
I'm
him.
Okay,
not
Tasty.
calling you that. I'm not calling you that.
Oh wait.
Would you like a name?
Sure, but just gonna show you where the mirror is. This is the nice mirror that glows when it's a full moon.
Oh,
So this only goes
Jogging.
in the full moon. So we need to wait, what, about 2 weeks? A week and a half.
Yeah.
something like that?
I don't know.
do you have a mirror?
I think
Can we
this is
reflect
magic.
the light?
I think this is a magic thing. Probably not something I could really. And unfortunately, just kind of claps his hands and just there's this little fizzle of dust just comes out between them. Kind of burnt out.
Okay. So, are you guys going to go back and do that puzzle with the cut off hand of the dead sister now?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
We're here.
this will be fun.
Adventures.
Oh.
We're not done until we've poked and broken everything.
Okay. So,
So
you go throw the
take out
hand.
another bolt for the feather.
And a twig, another pine cone, and then throw in the human hand.
Yep.
Okay, so as soon as you throw in the last thing, the brazier turns silver. The flame itself turns silver as it burns, and you hear a rumbling from up here from the sarcophagus. It sounds like
So here we go again.
it sounds like something has either unlocked or the top has fallen off itself.
Okay. Joggin just scurries up. He's excited.
Sword out, he's hovering over this thing.
Stepping, I'm just gonna stay down here. He was the least interested. He's talking with the bush.
He's talking with the bush.
Can we have like the bush join us as like a sidekick?
If you can convince him to come with you, yeah.
You know, you guys do your own thing. I'll think on things to say to the bush in the meantime.
Talking to the bush.
Yeah, Joggin's very excited about this.
Okay, so you shove the lid off. It now moves just fine. And inside,
Oh,
there is a mummy who sits up and looks at you.
oh, and just out of nervousness, Joggin's like, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Oh,
You're not an aggressive undead, are you?
No.
Okay.
Are you the liberators? Are you who awoke me and lifted the coffin?
We
we did the we
puzzled.
messed around with the brazier, and yeah.
Then yes, you are. My name is Sunir. I will now follow you. I will help you.
Wait,
Mm,
did we just get a pet mummy?
You just got a pet mommy. Oh, and as he sits up and climbs out of the coffin, whatever has been used to preserve him makes him smell like pumpkin spice.
Oh, that's nice.
He
very
smells.
confused. Cold Silver reaches it and holds up the little like empty muffin tin. He's like, "Why do you smell like my muffin?"
Why do your muffins smell like me?
That is fair. And he just packs it away.
So I will help you. So you want to talk to the bush? Well, they're talking to the fucking mummy.
I'm surrounded by crazy people.
You're one of them.
Can
Oh,
we
God,
ask?
you're right.
Can we ask why you were in there?
It is my resting place.
I was dead.
I was dead.
That is fucking dead, man. It sounds like you were there for a purpose beyond just resting.
No. Just resting. And whoever solved the puzzle must have need of my help. Right? You didn't just solve it because you were curious, right?
turns and walks the fucking away.
I mean, if we're being honest, that was what led us to complete it. But, I mean, if there's anything that you could tell us about this place that maybe we missed. A little awkward now.
No. Well, if you've come all this way out here to this tomb, you must have need of some sort. So I will follow you.
We were kind of after the ones that was desecrated it. I already dealt with them. That's how we sort of opened up your puzzle.
Well then I owe you double now. So I will come with you and help you unless you don't have any need.
Thank you. We appreciate your aid.
So now you have a pet mummy, and if Gearman talks him into it, you might have a pet shrub.
Life and undeath, both pets.
Yep. So, we managed to solve the problem. You said that with her gone, that Moose is no longer honor bound to rampage about.
No, he's not honor bound. No, he doesn't have to listen to her anymore because she would have taken away his intelligence, and it's kind of mean.
Sounds awful. So, what will you do now?
I don't know. I guess I'll just hang out, be a shrub. It's fun.
Sounds kind of lonely. Is there any other talking shrubs out there you can talk to about shrub things?
Don't think so. I think I'm the only one she made.
God, that's sad.
It's kind of mean.
Could have at least made some company for you. Wasn't thinking about your well-being very much. Gehrman is my name, and I'll have to ask Old Silver what kind of berries you're growing.
Well, they're
I have to
blue.
think of a name. I'm not calling you Blue. But you are somewhat sad, in a sense, though that could be fixed. You might do it well. Listen, if you have nowhere else to go, can't help but feel a little bit sorry for you after everything. Since we've managed to solve the problem, we've actually been promised some property to our names. Safe place all to ourselves, no one to boss you around. If you wanted to, maybe...
Is it
maybe
warm?
you could...
Is it warm
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I'm
With
coming.
water.
I'm coming. It's cold out here. I don't know if you noticed. I'm not supposed to
Yeah.
be here in this cold. It sucks.
I've noticed quite a bit, yeah, as he prestidigitations his hands, then thinks about it, and,
You have a...
things I didn't expect to be doing today. And he prestidigitations to warm the trunk of the shrub.
Ooh! That's as warm as I've been for like 2 weeks. I'm coming with you.
All right, cool.
He climbs up
Warm.
your arm and sits on your shoulder. He's
So-
not big.
Fascinating. Okay, then. We'll think of a name, and, so you really don't mind if people pick the berries off of you? Because if someone did that to me, I'd probably be all like, whoa, what the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, I'm a plant. You're supposed to do that. That's why we grow them, so you eat them and spread seeds and stuff.
Wow, that's so deep.
God damn it, Kieran. Son of a bitch. It's not that deep.
So-
God damn it.
Don't be mad, but I just realized that I had completely forgotten about my level 1 feat, which is the Halfling Bountiful Luck, where I could have used my reaction to allow people to reroll their natural ones. So let's remember that for the future.
That would have been nice, but
I'm not the kind of player that thinks nat ones are a bad thing. I actually think they're hilarious. But still,
Goddamn.
that's good to remember.
There were just so many ones that I can't believe I didn't think about it.
I rolled a lot of ones.
I didn't
Shit.
know we got that one feat, so I'll have to add mine.
Oh, you did?
I took Eldritch Adept, which is why I can cast Speak with Animals at will.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Without casting spell slots, it's great.
And I have Ritual Caster, which is very useful because most of the Clockwork Sorcerer spells are ritual spells.
just remember to grab one after the session. And
No problem.
Hold on, I'm going to look up some German words real quick to see
okay.
potential bush names.
Well, as you're all doing this and like solving puzzles and stuff that you don't actually need to solve, but now you have a pet mummy out of it, so that's okay. Do you see the white moose walking back through the snow? It just eyes you all up on the hill here, and it nods. It looks at you, Cold Silver, and it nods, and you can see it walking back into the
No hard feelings. You're free now. You can do what you want.
It looks at you and it kind of like it really dips its head down, like it's acknowledging that you helped it not have to be a murderer anymore.
Oh,
It will not be bothering the towns again.
You will do it a favor in kind, and just looks over at the bush, and we won't be telling anyone it was here.
No, it's not here. There's no more white moose, right?
All right, come along then, Blau.
Blau?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your berries are blue. Do you not see color?
Uh,
How do I even explain that? Okay, so you know the light from and we can segue back to heading to town as he tries to explain the concept of color to a plant.
Okay. So you follow the path that you took to get back to town. It's much easier going back than it was going in. And you come back into Lonelywood with your new friend.
Walking into town with an actual elven mummy and a bush.
And a bush.
we can like send someone in the town, grab some clothes, and then walk back and give the mummy a more convincing disguise and wrappings.
Yeah, wrap the mummy.
I do have a blanket I bought from the merchant the first time.
Yeah, wrap the mummy.
Wrap them up.
I pressed to digitation the wrappings to get rid of the corpse dust.
Thank you.
No problem. Gods, the things I've done today is that I never thought I would.
Trying to find your mummy friend on this list of giant, things. I'll find him later. So you have your mummy friend, and you have your bush friend, and you walk back into the speaker's house. And she goes, "Oh, hello. Did you find it?"
Yes, the moose will not be an issue for anyone else.
And she claps her hands and smiles and goes, "Oh, that is such a load off my mind. Who's your new friends? I can see one of them is a bush. Was it a druid problem, maybe?"
There was a druid behind the animal attacks.
Oh, that would do it.
That's something about releasing other ones too, so there might be other problems elsewhere.
I have heard from news from other towns that there are other animal attacks that might be connected. Maybe now that the druid is dead that they're not going to cause any more problems? I don't know much about awakened animals. It was an awakened animal, right? She's just not summoning animals and throwing them at people?
She did do that once when we were fighting her, but they disappeared when she died.
Well, that's good.
Hi.
So, knowing it's awakened, if any of your hunters or loggers encounter it, they could maybe talk it down?
I don't think that moose is going to be looking for trouble. I think it had its fill of bloodshed.
That's
Does not want violence.
It could have attacked us the second it saw us, but it chose not to, and gave us a loophole around its rules. It told us a way around so it wouldn't have to fight us. So, call me crazy, but
let us kill the druid.
I'm inclined to trust that.
I'll trust your judgment. If you say it's not a problem, then I'll believe it's not a problem and call your job done.
If you need any more information, he just gestures a thumb over at the bush. Just, this one worked alongside the druid. Out of fear, more than anything. He knows a little more than we do.
Oh, well, I might have some questions for you. But
Assume
you all
want to.
look a little tired. Perhaps you'd want to see your new lodgings? And she kind of smiles at you.
That would be.
Wunderbar, yes, very much.
You all look tired. Colt's over half covered in his own blood. Yes.
Yes.
I took no damage.
I'm very happy shifters get 10 HP.
Now, there is not a map for this tavern. I wanted to go ahead and let you guys make your own layout for it, because I thought that would be more fun. But the ramshackle is now yours. There's nothing in it. It's actually being used as logging storage, so it's kind of full of firewood right now. She's like, if you clear it out and, get some furniture in here, it'll probably be really cozy, but for now it's there's a fireplace that still works, and you've got lots of firewood. And she kind of makes jazz hands.
It's like, yes. Much to work with. Much to work with.
Oh.
Splendid. Thank you very much. I'm glad our services were satisfactory for you. We will do the best we can to contribute to the well-being of the town.
From the bottom of my heart, and for the rest of the town, I believe I speak for everybody when I say thank you for helping us. We might have completely been wiped off the map just because we weren't able to support ourselves because of that moose. That one moose.
It was a very big moose.
It sounds silly. I know it sounds silly, but we've always subsisted on the money that the logging takes in, and if we didn't have that, everybody would have to leave.
Yeah, perhaps I could help bring in some additional income.
Well, how is that? She looks very interested suddenly.
There's certainly a lot of... You have quite the abundance of wood, and there's some metal in the hills. How much do you know about clockmaking?
And she puts her hand to her chin and rubs it and goes, "Clockmaker? Interesting. We could do something with that."
I mean, at that.
And I'm also a blacksmith. I was told that I might be wasted here, but if you ever need someone, I'd be more than happy to help.
Well, your talents definitely would be wasted here because nobody uses weapons, but we definitely could have somebody sell them somewhere. And she she's getting into this.
You could also make axe heads or tools.
Repairing things,
True.
and also I could definitely use metal parts if you can make more delicate things.
Well, that too. I do happen to not just weapons and armor. I could make pretty much anything you can imagine. I've trained for quite a while, you see.
Horseshoes, plows, gears. Yes. I think we have something here.
We don't have a forge per se, but we could get one up for you. There is a space over here by the ramshackle that we could easily put one.
It would be lovely.
That sounds very, very fruitful.
She claps her hands and goes, "I think this town is looking up."
Happy to be of service.
Right. So, with everybody happy, and now that you have a brand new inn just for you to do whatever you guys want with, I believe that's where we're going to stop for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Solid.
Just real quick, that nature check was Joggin was trying to see what type of berries the bush was making.
The type of berries, it doesn't actually say what type of berries they are. It just says that they're blue. So I'm just going to call them moonberries to go with the theme.
Okay.
Right.
Just wasn't sure if the druid was growing good berries, so.
No, it just
They're not.
it's just
They're
tasty berries, and that's exactly what it says in this book.
Yeah, Joggin's like, I could make some good hoosh out of those.
You could.
Oh, that was a thing. Damn.
That was really good, you guys.
Thank you.
I like to spoil it a little bit. In the module itself, this moose is irredeemably evil, and I'm like, that fits for a moose, but that's also something about D&D that pisses me off. So it's like, if you're clever enough about it, I'm gonna let you talk around the moose.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, like, I really don't want to have to kill this moose.
So, can we ask what the stats were for that moose if we had engaged it?
The stats
It's a CR3.
for the moose is a CR3. This moose would have fucking wrecked your ass.
The druid was a CR5.
Holy shit!
The druid was a CR5.
Also, now that we have our own place, we can go back to the place in however long it takes for there to be a full moon.
Yep, definitely making a note of that.
Here, I will. I'm going to find the awakened moose, and I'm going to roll an attack for it, so you can see what it does.
That druid, if you hadn't run right up into her face, probably could have destroyed us really fast because most of the spells, it was such tight quarters in there, she didn't have any good AoEs. It actually would have worked without hitting her too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was afraid we were going to get hit with AoE clustered in the doorway.
I was just going.
She knows some nasty stuff.
I was just going barbarian logic. They don't know we're here, so run up into face and hit them before they do.
Like, she knows Ice Storm, for example.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
That could have wiped us all out.
Yeah, but she was sitting right
That would take
inside of
one
it herself,
round,
so
probably.
since she was right in it herself, she could cast that because Cold Silver was in her face.
Holy shit.
Next time we gotta see if this unstrung bow, the silver arrowheads, or the fish cup, and what the potions are next time. See if
Okay.
I have Identify, actually. I could ritual cast that
Oh,
if
sure.
there are anything.
yeah, that's good.
So if you're curious, the awakened moose has multi-attack for hooves and antlers. The the antlers do 2d8 plus 4, and the hooves do 2d4 plus 4. And
Minimum damage would knock out half my health.
That would have actually killed me if it got both attacks off on me.
and it can also do a charge if it's 10 feet away from you, which it started 10 feet away from you, and it runs in a straight line. Charge for a 2d8 bludgeoning damage and knocking you prone. So it could have, yeah.
Yep, could have actually killed me.
Could have
That's a
killed
decent
any of
thing.
us. Pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Would have knocked a couple of you unconscious, more like the not with average damage rolls. I would actually die.
Aw.
And now,
Speaking of HP, I was about to ask.
since you finished a town, you actually go ahead and level up.
Oh, thank God.
Nice. Level 2.
I
Level
kind
2.
of enjoy the anxiety of level 1, but like,
Yeah.
The anxiety for level 1 was fun for this one, but, this was one of the more difficult places that you could have started.
Yeah, this is one of the harder opening towns.
oh wow, my health is amazing.
I have
I
sorcery
get
points
invocations now.
I have sorcery points.
And I have
guessing
2
max
spell
HP.
slots. Alright.
Woo!
Guessing max HP for this, or are we rolling?
You're doing max HP until level 5, because
Nice.
this is a nasty module.
So,
All right.
Silver just got a bit hefty.
Warlock, D8.
I have 20 HP now.
You could take a hit.
22.
28.
I have 24 HP.
Oh,
Very
thank
nice.
God. And I get sorcery points, and I think one more spell slot.
So I'm going to sign off for the night. If you guys want to say goodbye to our lovely audience of maybe one.
Later.
Good
We
night.
didn't die.
Happy New Year.